Welcome back to Power War Crit, everybody. My name is Corrin, and I am your Dungeon Master today. With me are 4 kaleidoscopic players. They are...
Kayla, and I'm playing Celestine Peachchild.
I'm Ander, and I'm no longer playing Wesley because he died in a fiery fireball last session. But I'm playing a new character who we will meet today.
I am Ashlyn, and I'm playing Izzy Welkenmov.
And I'm David, and I'm playing Lord Usarker von Pride.
Yeah, Wesley died.
Yeah, I seem to be making a habit of losing characters here. But he lasted last time. He lasted longer than last time. Kurt was 8 episodes, we said?
Yes.
And Wesley made it to...
Episode 18.
10 episodes?
Yeah, 10
so we
episodes.
just got to get you to episode 30 before you change up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just gotta break this bad habit of yours.
Either that or make it a long enough a thing to be canon.
Or that, either that. Either way.
That being said, last time on Power Word Crit, Izzy worked on summoning her echo. She was successful about 25% of the time, and was even able to communicate with it. Somewhat. Wesley and Usarker continued investigating the house. Wesley threw a warded plate into the teleportation circle, to which it exploded the moment it touched the ground. Usarker decided to go find some help, while Wesley put a warded knife in his pocket, then proceeded to jump down the stairwell onto the teleportation circle. A few seconds later, we unfortunately lost Wesley due to another fire inferno, as stated previously. Meanwhile, in the Tempest Sanctuary, Izzy's echo appeared, pointing into a small secluded chamber, exclaiming, "Help!" Izzy and Celestine walked into the room, and Wesley's ghost was there, with reality warping around him. He gave his last goodbyes, wished them well, and the 3 golden rings around his neck and wrist fell to the floor as he disappeared. Celestine talked to Quivel and learned that their employer's name was Kihana from Baldur's Gate. He hadn't identified the handwriting on the mysterious message Celestine received yet, but did say it looked familiar. They agreed to meet later that night at the Imperfect Reindeer Inn to exchange more information. Usarker was interrogated by the city guard later that day by the most wonderful, well-behaved arcanist named Greg Lancer. After some magical investigation, Greg revealed that the house is missing the top floor, the stairwell, and the basement. There are also other parts of the house that, for some reason, are no longer accessible. The symbols on the walls were either hidden, illusioned, or inert the last time Greg was there. The symbols would only activate itself if the item was removed from the structure of the house, and the teleportation circle is magically active but cannot activate due to a 5-inch piece missing from the outer rim of the circle. Later that night, everyone met up at the Effervescent Flute. Due to the state of the party after Wesley's death, Celestine decided to ask a runner to find Court's adventuring party and have them come to their inn instead. And that's where we have you guys. Court's group just walked in, saw Celestine, and said, "Oh, hey, Mom."
Good evening. Glad you guys could make it. Thank you for changing inns. We found out we had a death in the party, and it's been a hard day.
Celestine, you're so polite to your son.
I know, right? I'm trying to figure out, because it's a very weird line, because it's like, okay, this is her son, but she's a soldier, and she's kind of in the middle of basically a war.
She's in the middle of a job.
Yep.
She can't.
Conducting business.
Yep. And plus, that would be really embarrassing to say, "Oh, come here, little son, give me a hug." It's
Oh,
just
now
I don't think
No!
So you're a
some
self-aware mom. I love it.
Yes, very much so. She understands her son's need to be independent, so she will treat him as independent.
So Quivel says, "No, that's no worry. We were happy to change."
Oh,
And
he's so polite. I look at Talia.
Talia glares back.
That's why. Okay, just thought. Continue.
Quivel says, I have identified the message if you guys are interested. Do you have somewhere we can meet? Or sit down, or meet privately, or..."
Is their table big enough?
Celestine, if you could perhaps introduce your friends to us.
Oh, yes. So, I point at the various party members and I say, this is Quibble Pomp,
Nice to meet you.
Abram Gilsnagger,
Hello.
Talia Thornsberry, and this is Court Peacechild. Yes, he's my youngest.
Hi.
Court, it is good to meet you.
You as well, sir.
I am unfortunately out of sorts, got drinking early this evening, but your mother has spoken well of you. So, I take it that you wish to speak with me in particular. Perhaps
Oh, yes,
it
this
would
is,
be best if
Lord
we
Von Pride.
took private business to
Oops.
a more private location than the middle of this entry area where drink and food is served to all.
That would probably be best, and you can tell that Court is purposely not looking at his mom. That being said, we're going to go back in time about 5 minutes. There's a woman standing outside the inn. She's looking around. She's got graying hair. She's got knitting needles in her hand. She's looking around patiently.
I love this lady.
Well, not really patiently. It's very impatient. She's waving to people. And finally, she sees who she was looking for. And she gets very excited. Ander, please introduce your character.
You see a cloaked figure moving with kind of a furtive gait. He has his hood up, but poking out from said hood is a long reptilian snout, or a blunt reptilian snout, rather. This is a lizard folk. He's got greenish bronze scales and a very large scar across the left side of his face. And he comes up to the woman and is like, "The day greets you. Talk, lady. I have come."
The day greets you as well. Shall we go in? There's some people I want you to meet.
Yes, let's go in.
She looks at you expectantly, and to the door, and then back at you. Shall we go in?
Yes. And he looks back at her.
She nods awkwardly and then opens the door for you and gestures for you to walk in.
I think that he is going to wait because he does not want to expose his back to, someone like that. He may or may not trust this person.
Okay.
He saw her knitting needles.
Yeah, she is holding weapons.
They are very sharp.
She
Sharp enough.
He stands
Sharp
and
enough.
does not move. He moves his head just a little bit.
A few more awkward seconds pass and she goes, okay, I'll go first. And she walks in.
He follows.
All right, you see in this inn, this is actually, it's an inn, but it also has kind of a restaurant area. It's big enough that it looks like maybe people come here for dinner dates or just to social gathering. And you do see there's a group of haggard people in the corner, but the rest of the other people in there are dressed a little bit better. And immediately when she walks in, she goes, "Ariel, it's so nice to see you. Look who I brought. I brought Lilac. He's so exotic, don't you think? And he's so articulate."
Oh no.
And she kind of she pulls you towards a group of people who are ogling you.
You might need rescuing.
Everybody seems to be paired off, by the way.
Mina, is this where the date is?
Yes.
You said.
Yes, this is where the date is. Have a seat.
Will they be bringing the fruit? I do not see the fruit.
We can order fruit if that's what you want. Please have a seat. Oh, hold on. And she grabs your shoulder and tries to maneuver you so you turn around. She goes, "Them over there. That one, the one holding the wine glass, he was there at the Farden estate earlier today. He's the one I was telling you about, who was probably working with that young gentleman who is most likely going to meet my grandson, who's also working on that case.
Are these the warriors?
Yes, I believe they would be warriors in a sense, yes. Yes.
The warriors you said were fighting the dragon?
They did meet a dragon earlier, I think. Yes. You know what? You should go say hi. And I'll just talk to my friends for a second.
Before she said you should go say hi, he stood up and walked over.
Don't want to be part of this date anymore.
I'll come get you later. Ariel, I heard the craziest thing today.
Oh, no.
And we'll jump back into present time. You guys, as you are standing up to leave, you see this reptilian figure walk on up to you.
You are the warriors who fought the dragon?
I'm going to look over at Celestine and say, the virtues of privacy are abundant.
I can sense your sarcasm.
Why are you looking at me?
How did you know that? Who are you?
I have talked to many in the city. I have traveled far to find you.
We've only been here for like 24 hours. What the?
No. Do you see those old women there? The ones with the knitting needles, Isidore? I believe that Wesley was friends with them, and they talk a lot.
He was friends with them for such a short time.
He may have known them before.
Lilic nods. Talk lot, yes.
Yeah, I kind of got that
much.
impression from Wesley.
This one has long name. You cannot pronounce it. But you may call him Lilic.
Nice to meet you, Lilic.
Nice to meet you.
I am Izzy.
Question for the DM, if I can intrude. Now that we have a lizard folk who said hi to us, what do people think about lizard folk?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mina's group is very fascinated because he's exotic.
Oh, no.
Quote unquote. And a few other people are kind of giving a glance or two, but they're not really paying any mind. They're actually more interested in this large group of adventurers than they are of the lizard folk.
So lizard folk are mostly boring. They're not here to kidnap your children. They're not here to sacrifice you to dragons or anything like that. They don't raid and pillage. They are a common, ordinary, and well-civilized member of society.
So let me chime in here a little bit, maybe. Is that I think that the lower class do some trade with them. Is that there are some nomadic groups that go up and down the river and trade fish and goods and things that they make. So they're not like a super common occurrence, but not so strange as to cause alarm, I guess. You look like you are leaving. I shall go too.
You're coming with
us? The gods
us?
above and below have given me signs to find the Pale Lord, the Walker of Wind, the Child of Peace, and the Golden Sun. Is he not here?
No. The Golden Sun is no longer on this mortal coil.
He was coiled?
He's dead.
I'm sorry. Who are you? What? Are we just going to let this random person join our discussions?
Well, we let
apparently
you join our discussions, and I've never met you before. So apparently we're letting all sorts of people join right now because we did not go fast enough. You said your name was Lilic?
That is what you may call this one, yes.
I'm afraid my number of interactions with you are somewhat limited. We did have a bard from your people over at one point. Very interesting tales, regardless. So, and
did he have much scars on his tail?
You know,
good ornaments like them?
I wasn't paying enough attention to his tail, I suppose, and couldn't tell you. It was several years ago. Regardless, so you say that you've been directed and guided here by spirits, divination?
The gods above and below.
The gods above and below. Excellent. Well,
yeah, let's take this outside.
Celestine, does this sound probable?
Where the gods are concerned, yes, anything is possible.
I mean, everything I've witnessed in the last week, I would not put it past the gods to do this.
More to the point. My village was attacked by dragons. You have fought dragons. Yes?
We
Yes.
kind of fought a dragon, and
Kind of.
we didn't kill a dragon.
That was not in the question. He just asked if we'd fought one.
We fought one, but not
And Lenathan
dragons.
was definitely in a fight with us.
You have survived. You are good warriors, yes?
Also, I think if you...
I think we also have luck on our side.
In the most technical term, I think that Celestine also fought a dragonoid creature, therefore has fought 2 different dragons.
Okay, semantics,
And
Lord Pride.
kobolds are supposed to be, rumor has it, related to dragonkind.
Celestine's going to start
Sounds like-
ushering everyone outside because it
All
sounds
right,
like we're going
as
to have...
we're listening to this lecture,
Yeah, as this is
Yeah.
going on, now people are starting to pay
Usarker is a
attention 'cause you're
little bit
mentioning
drunk.
dragons.
And so-
Oh, that's true. Lord Stark is a little dry. Okay, outside.
This is good. This one has found good company. Good to make.
and
Good
the drakes.
hunting party.
Those the small dog-like
Come, Lord
creatures.
Usarker, come.
Those were also obviously similar to
Mm.
dragons.
Can we be outside now?
You can be outside
Oh,
now.
good. We are outside. Okay.
I'm gonna look you up and down like, there is a certain resemblance between yourself and a kobold. Are lizard folk related to dragons?
No.
All of the insensitive questions are coming out now.
oh dear.
Okay.
Lord Pride, can I take that wine glass away from you, please?
Oh, here.
Take it away. I run back into the inn and, put it back on the table. Sorry, we didn't mean to take your tableware.
Okay.
Bye.
So, I would say let's go ahead and finish our business with the adventuring group. I'm going to say kids, but adventuring group.
No.
And then...
We should definitely focus on Lilac, since we know nothing about him. We can hardly include him in any conversation that we have of more sensitive nature before we have ascertained what he is involved in.
Pardon me, Quivel raises his hand. We really need to talk to you.
Which one are
Mr.
you again?
Von Pride. I'm Quivel. Nice to meet you.
Okay, Quivel. Remind me what
This is
Quivel
no
looks
problem.
like.
This one can wait.
He's a nerd.
He's a nerd with glasses.
Lilac backs away just a little bit and sits out. Put himself out of earshot.
He'll wait. Okay.
We really have questions about Urgosa. Would it be possible to talk about this first, and then we can leave you to whatever dragons you're dealing with? Where's Urgosa?
Quibble, was it? I have good news and bad news for you. The good news is that I can, in fact, provide information about my dear uncle.
Great.
The bad news is that you will be hearing more about dragons.
Okay. He pulls out a little notepad. Oh, I apologize, I forget. Yeah, I also figured out and he's starting to get really nervous because he's now noticing everybody's eyes on him. And Abram steps up. He recognized the handwriting. Yes, I recognize the handwriting. And he hands it to Celestine, because you're the one who had it.
Okay.
And then he hands over another piece of paper.
Ooh, and?
And he says, we received this from Kihana. And on there, it basically says, I'm looking for Urgosa von Pride. And that's why they recognize it. This was the letter that they received from Kihana to go find Urgosa.
I got a note from their employer?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Our employer got this note, and then Kihana hired us to fulfill the contract. Does that make sense? It's kind of a temp agency situation.
Oh, that's really weird.
You are temp agency adventurers.
Isn't everyone?
No.
Oh. Well, then I guess we should go pro soon, guys. We've done a lot of these. Maybe we should up our rate. And Court's like, yeah, I've been telling you.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so the note is the same handwriting as this, summons or contract that they had received from Kihana to fulfill.
Okay.
Kihana is just like the middleman at this point.
Oh, I see. So...
But you do know
no
that
one
Kihana
knows.
does work for the Flaming Fist as well.
So no one knows where Kihana got this in the first place.
No.
Okay, sounds good.
Do you share it with anybody?
I'll share it with the rest of the party, yeah.
Okay.
Just real quick, just breeze through this note I got yesterday. It looks like the person who employed this group of adventurers also sent me the note.
Usarker, I need you to...
Oh, please tell me it's Urgos' handwriting. Please tell me it's Urgos' handwriting for some
what I
odd
thought.
reason.
I don't know.
Go ahead and do a straight intelligence roll with disadvantage because you're drunk.
Excellent. I was going to ask.
Izzy, go ahead and do a intelligence check as well.
Okay.
You with
We're
advantage.
off to an excellent start. Oh, good. This is a straight intelligence, not an investigation, history, or anything else.
No, just straight intelligence at this point.
With the sheer might of my intelligence, that's a 9.
You also seem to think, yeah, this looks familiar, but it could be the drunkenness.
So, with my advantage, I rolled both 16s.
Oh, nice. You recognize this handwriting immediately.
Is it Jaden's?
It is Jaden's.
What
Jaden
is
strikes
Jaden
again.
doing?
He's a double
So-
agent for the
You
cult.
tell us?
So I see this, and I'm like, how the heck is Jaden writing you messages?
I look at Izzy. This is Jaden?
I pull out the ransom note that I had gotten from Kurt's body that was for getting Jaden back from the cultists, supposedly, and I show her the handwriting.
Same handwriting.
Jaden's pulling an awful lot of strings here.
He is the BBEG. That
Well-
was out of character.
Well, campaign's over. You figured it out.
I think that Usarker by this point, has decided to just sit down and, just relax. But from this position, he looks over at Izzy and says, Isidore, how old did you say Jaden was?
Like, late 20s?
And he comes from the same line of work and region as you and Kurt?
More so the same line of region as me, because Kurt was... He was in a different part of the country, or
So,
region.
plug in here. He worked in a logging camp at the Sunset Mountains, which is to the east
That's right.
of Berdusk.
Does your...
Thank you, the ghost of Kurt.
Kurt's ghost disappears
does
again.
Does your
You're
town
welcome,
or
Izzy.
village have a history of summoning cult leaders and generating them?
No, like Elturel is a pretty...
Elturel. I forgot that's where you came from.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty legit. They're...
Rather holy, if I understand.
I don't know if I'd say that, but okay.
Aren't you the ones with the giant blazing second sun that just sits there in the city?
I mean, it's pretty.
Generated by the faith of 1,000 clerics or something like that? It's been a long time since I've read about it.
I mean, people make up all kinds of stories.
Sustained by, 100,000 prayers a day type of thing.
Okay, you're reading too much into this supposed religion that's associated with it.
I
But
chuckle,
that-
having obviously struck a chord.
I don't know if I like drunk Rusarker. Because he says out loud. In character.
I don't think that Jaden is going to mysteriously be pulling the strings on a cult that includes dragons in its number.
No, I think he's probably pulling the strings to get... Apparently...
Either that, or he's the only person they've kidnapped recently that's literate.
And somehow he's managing to get these out.
But the fact that he wrote a letter to Celestine about her son being hurt before he even made it to the
He's a part-time
the
seer.
sanctuary.
It could be
Yeah.
that something else is
That's
going
not
on.
something I know Jaden can do. Unless he's hiding things from me, but...
Well,
Is the paper perhaps magical?
Hasn't disappeared yet.
No, I mean, is it influencing your perceptions of it?
Is that a thing?
You'll have to look at it in the morning when you're not drunk.
I'm not exactly skilled in the arts arcane.
Lilac kind of stands up and walks over. It's like, this one can probably help with determining its magical origins of paper.
Ah!
I hand the
Are
paper
you
to
good with
him.
magic?
The folk lizard has spoken. Yes, do so.
He pulls out a small necklace of bones and waves it in a circle over the note and casts Detect Magic.
So you could you could cast.
I could cast Detect Magic.
I love it.
So you cast Detect Magic on it. It doesn't seem to be magical at all. The ink isn't magical. The paper isn't magical. However, on the adventuring party, that is not
Oh yeah, it's
you
definitely
guys.
it's a 30 feet radius.
Yeah.
So.
The other adventuring party, you do notice that Quibble has a magical bow. He has a bow on his back, and that kind of lights up a little bit. And you see on Talia's coat, there's a gemstone. It's kind of one of those vest coat things, and it's pinned onto her, and that seems to evoke some magic. But that's what you can really see.
So, and how this manifests is that there are teeth and claws and bones and such on this necklace, and they lift and point in direction of said magical things, and that they glow different colors.
To represent the different schools of magic.
Right.
Very cool. I like it.
The ancestors say paper is not magic. Bow is magic. Gem is magic. But not paper.
Talia holds it closer to her.
We're not going to take your gem. You're fine.
Yeah, no, you won't.
I'm sorry. Do we have a problem?
If you're going to take stuff, yes.
I said I wasn't going to.
Good.
Okay. So back to this paper that Jaden apparently wrote for multiple different occasions.
Are we sure that he wasn't kidnapped by kobolds who now have him just slaving away writing notes?
It could be a possibility, but why would the kobolds ask him to write a note to Celestine to go and heal her son?
Maybe the kobolds have a seer. They probably did it in order to get us out of position, in order to remove us from a situation we would have otherwise been examined.
Well, we'll have to come up with a plan of action in the morning.
Or to lure us to our doom, perhaps.
For now, Lord Ustarker, do you want to tell us more about your uncle?
Sure, what's the question?
Where's Urgosa?
He's
Are we
dead.
doing this in the middle of the street? I thought we left
Apparently.
the inn so that we could get some privacy.
You went outside.
In my brain, I thought we went just outside, and there's for some odd
Convenient
reason,
alley.
I thought there was a very convenient tree in the yard for something. We were gathered into the tree. Don't ask me why I thought
Sure,
that.
there is a yard with an alleyway, and there's a tree blocking the alleyway, so you guys are super secluded. How about
Super
that?
secluded. Our voices can't echo off the walls of the alley at all.
Nope. Those
Will it cast
leaves on the trees.
pass without a trace.
To be honest,
Even better.
To be honest, I don't know where else to go because we could go up to our rooms, but I don't think it'll fit.
It's true.
We would probably fit in the rooms, but then couldn't have our meeting with Lilac. And so
Mhm.
we were going to go somewhere where Lilac could be but not overhear us. But he's here anyways.
You can back up.
So he
So
heard
where's
that
it-
we were debating whether something was magical, which means he could hear.
You raised your voice. I don't know. Okay.
So
This one
where
is good at listening.
Urgosa?
Sorry, say that again.
Where is Urgosa?
My uncle Ergosa is dead. Probably about, I don't know, a few 100 feet below the earth right now.
That's a pretty impressive hole.
It's called a mausoleum.
That would do
Are
it.
you sure?
I did the coronary work myself.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds like Usarker.
Was there anything suspicious about his death?
He
No.
died young.
Can we get your permission to make sure the body is still there?
Good luck.
No.
Can we get permission to ask somebody who is there to look for us?
Well, I can hardly assist you with that.
Notes are nice. Seals.
My friends, my young friends, my family is suspicious, paranoid, delusional, and prone to poisoning.
Prone to poison. Okay, Celestine assumed all that except that last one.
I think that
Abram is like, what?
I think that if you were to show up in force with all the tact, aggression, and paranoia that you've displayed in the last 10 minutes since I've known you, that they would never let you in the door.
I'm not paranoid. And Talia's like, I'm not paranoid either. What are you suggesting?
Oh, we have no idea who on earth
And
Lord
Court
Starker could possibly
is just standing there, kind of wiping his face, just pretending he doesn't know anybody.
Like, yep, this is your party, honey.
No. The Von Prides are very particular about who they invite, and very close when it comes to making sure outsiders don't pry in. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd be better off served consulting with, say, somebody in the Flaming Fist. Why didn't you do this originally?
We did.
Oh, and they didn't let you in.
No.
I see.
Okay, we can't complete this unless we have a way to
What
confirm.
are you trying to complete?
We're just trying to find Urgosa.
A coroner's note won't help?
Maybe.
point.
Maybe.
I
We
performed
could
the
try to make that
autopsy.
point.
What else do you want? It
The
could
dead
be
can
that
sometimes rise.
they can sometimes rise.
But you
My
need the
family
body.
doesn't have a very good history with rising as undead. It's not very successful for us.
That's enough for me. Coroner's note, please, when you're sober.
I just pull out my
Yes,
book,
doctor's
and
notes.
I write a incredibly non-legible statement and rip the page out of the book and hand it to them.
Definitely a doctor's note. Okay. I guess our job is done. Hooray! We finished, everybody. And Abram is just like, poison? And Talia's like, gripping the stone, just glaring at you guys like, if you touch this, I will destroy
Someone
you.
is stuck on that. Okay.
And Cord is just like looking up to the sky, pretending he doesn't know anybody in this alleyway with a tree in front of it in the middle of a courtyard.
Yep.
Are there any other questions for me?
No, I think that's good. I guess we go back.
Why are you looking for him?
Because our contract said to. We didn't ask questions, we just...
Someone told me that there was something in this contract about that connected to this Faradin?
Oh!
Lord Faradin.
We were looking into Urgosa, and we just found that he and Fardin had worked together on some things, and so
Oh.
we came here thinking he was here.
To connect that for you, then, consider this, some free information since I'm not having you pay for it.
Thanks.
So altruistic.
Faradin was a member of the Dragon Cult, which is currently storming up and down the Sword Coast, causing havoc. And he was engaged in the smuggling of magical relics. My uncle was a hobby smuggler and engaged in smuggling relics for the Dragon Cult. He was never an official member, if I understand correctly, based on, his deathbed conversations that he had. But he did some light smuggling, during his time for them.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
We will pass that on.
So if you go looking too far into anything having to do with any illicit activities, just, know that there will be a dragon somewhere in there. Or 4.
Good to know.
And cultists and kobolds, of course.
Great. Thank you. We're gonna go. And do you guys have any other questions? Nope. No. Thank you. We'll let you guys deal with whatever you were dealing with. So sorry for your loss, and goodbye.
Celestine
And so
will
they all
add-
try to squeeze past the tree that's in the middle of the alleyway.
Celestine will add that if they would look into who it was that gave them the note indirectly, definitely let any of the Orders of Tempest know, because that sounds like it's going to be an integral part of our investigation, is trying to figure out, well, where Jaden is, but also what on earth is going on with these notes, and how on earth does he know all of this?
Will do. Mom.
Court.
Goodbye. And they just leave.
Okay.
Those soft ones are strange.
They're very earnest. I think that they'll do well for themselves in the courier business. I mean, we're 500 plus miles away from Baldur's Gate? They've been on a long trip to ask for a coroner's note.
Not to be young again.
I've had a brief thought. Do we have one of these papers written by Jaden?
I mean,
We have 3, apparently.
I have this one from his ransom note.
I've known a few wizards, masters of peeping into things they shouldn't, who were able to use the belongings and identifying articles of other people in order to zero in on their location and to spy on them. Could a scrying, a clairvoyance, or other such, ritual be performed using a paper like this?
Perhaps.
I think that we could go visit, after I'm no longer drunk, the High Magistrate and get Greg to do it for us.
Your new best friend, Greg?
Yes.
So, hi, Lilac.
Oh, yeah.
The day
Hi.
greets you, Windrunner.
Thank you?
I think that
It's a very
Usarker
cool
has this, oh yeah, he's still here kind of look on his face because he's not really, in it right now.
So, you're trying to fight the dragons? You were fighting the dragons?
This is a tale. This is a story. This one's village is in the marshes beyond the mountains. To the east was attacked by black dragons. This one went to other truth talkers. This one is a truth talker. Speaks to the gods, speaks to spirits, speaks to animals, speaks to the people, the clan. Other truth talkers also see dragon attacks, also hear of trouble to the west of mountains, dragons forming hunting parties, big hunting parties. This one thinks that if dragons form hunting parties, all become prey. This is not good. This disrupts balance. So this one made journey over hills, through mountains, across plains,
Under stones.
under stones. This one followed a path of tongues, rumors, talking of dragons, of attacks. Found a small village on the river, and of the strong people. He gestures to himself and the scales and things. They too were attacked by wyverns. This one was wounded, and he gestures to his scar on his face and on his side. Floated downriver for a long time. Soft ones here helped this one heal, get better.
And that was the woman that you came in with?
No.
Oh.
No. This one has been talking in the market to many, looking for strong warriors to help to find dragons, to find dragon hunting parties, and restore balance.
So it does seem like we have similar motivations. If you were attacked by dragons and we fought dragons recently.
Yes. You seem to be looking for dragon cult?
Yes, we think that the dragon cult is behind the attacks.
This sounds right.
I turn to look at Celestine and Lord Pride. I say, well...
This one would join you in your quest, in your hunt.
He sounds like he knows the lay of the land pretty well. That would be awfully useful as we're trying to find
he does
the
seem to
dragon
know a little
cultists
bit of
in
magic,
caverns.
too, since he was able to cast that spell to see if there's anything going on with the notes from Jaden.
This one is good at listening, at
We noticed.
At hiding, at discerning.
Well, I'm okay with it.
Well, let's sleep on it and meet up in the morning.
Best idea I've heard all night.
You're
I stand
welcome.
up. Let's go to bed.
Okay.
I turn to Lilac and I say, do you have somewhere to stay already tonight? Or do you want to see if you can get a room at the same inn that we're staying at?
This one is fine. This one is good. We'll meet here in morn.
Okay.
Yes, we will meet here to morn in the morning. Excellent.
Oh, dear.
You'll feel better in the morning.
I go to bed.
First, we have to walk to our inn.
No, it's right
We
there.
can
Are we
skip.
staying at the...
We just walked
think we're-
outside.
yeah.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I was thinking we were staying at a totally different inn. I was like, what the world?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, if we had went to that reindeer inn, then we would have
That's
had
what it
to,
was,
but we
yes.
called them over to ours. So
Mhm.
Usarker
So
didn't
many
have to walk.
things in my mind right now.
Mhm.
Yep. there's
Izzy
a lot.
had a momentary lapse of...
These things happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, finding out that Jaden's pulling strings, that would do it.
What kind of sinister plot is Jaden pulling?
Or he's trying to ruin his
Is
sinister plot.
this the best friend I grew up with?
Dark Lord Jaden.
Did he have a girlfriend? Maybe it's his girlfriend that's the evil bad person, and he's trying to,
I... He didn't have a girlfriend that I
The
know
ghost of
of.
Kurt arrives. He totally had a girlfriend. Izzy had eyes for him.
The metaphorical fourth wall. Izzy talks to Kurt. Stop spilling my secrets.
So that being said, you guys walk back in. You have a nice restful sleep. Usarker, roll a d4 for me, please.
Was it restful for you?
I
Lewis
wasn't
Archer?
restful. I don't know.
Were you kept up by the
Those
city
lights.
Yeah, you guys wake up. You have a full night's rest. Usarker, you hurt. Not only do you have a hangover, but your back is killing you.
This strange ghostly curse that seems to have haunted us of recent, perhaps.
Not because you're old.
He's not that old.
I roll my eyes.
How old is he in Von Pride years?
Because they have their own.
Set of years.
Yes. I don't know how.
It's like
else to
dog
phrase
years.
It takes a few minutes for you to get your bearings and be able to sit up. Everything seems to be fine after a while, but it hurts so bad.
Well, as we learned from our dear Wesley, there is some weird strangeness going on of a supernatural variety. We ought to have a priest look at it, perhaps.
DM,
A healing
Usarker
priest,
didn't
not a war priest.
light up to Lilic's detect magic.
He did not.
Okay.
It's because the spirit wasn't harassing me at that
That's
time.
fair. That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, you guys wake up. Lilac, you arrive.
He was definitely like sleeping in the alley right next to it.
I
Oh
figured.
my gosh.
You guys come out and you see like a rat tail just like slip into his mouth.
Breakfast.
Yes.
On that note, I've lost mine.
Well,
There
early
is
morning
much prey
start.
here in this city.
yes.
City has
I'm
good name.
sure.
Dusk of Bears.
Okay, well, now that I have lost my appetite, what's up first on the agenda today? I do need to talk to the gravedigger about Kurt's body, so we can get that back to El Terrell.
All right, let's meet back up noon. Do I think that that the magistrate would have had time to arrange for us to get new equipment and refurbishings and stuff yet?
At this point, probably not. It might take another day or so, but they do also need your measurements, so there's that as well. You would know that just
yes.
offhand.
Bespoke.
So Izzy, you walk into the High Magistrate's area.
Yes.
Sanjay directs you to the Gravedigger,
Thank you.
and the Gravedigger said that he had stopped by because they had requested him to show up, but
Mhm.
you guys weren't there. So he just figured you would come find him when you were ready.
Sorry, we had a lot of things going on yesterday. We even lost someone in our group who we might also need to request your services for.
Was it the poor boy who was burned to death?
Yes.
Yep, that one.
We have him ready to head back to his home.
And you know where that is?
Yes.
Okay,
we
good.
did get that information from the High Magistrate.
So the other one I need to talk to you about is a relative of the family that I work for, and they live in El Terrell.
We did receive the body.
Okay, good.
You're
They
talking
did get
about
that to you.
Kurt, correct?
Yes, Kurt Bernhardt.
Yes, we did receive the body. Are there any special burial rites or religious icons that need to travel with him? Or is there any notes that you would like to send with him?
Yes, and I pull out of my pack the letter that I had written originally back in Greenest, explaining what happened to the Prazios. And I hand that to him and say, if you could deliver this with Kurt's body to the Prazios in El Terrell.
We will happily do that.
Thank you.
We were
And-
able to secure passage within the next few days.
And how much do I owe you for this?
It's on the city.
I thank you for this charity, but I do feel I need to pay something for the efforts that you have gone to help with this, and I truly appreciate it, and I will hand him 5 silver pieces.
That will be plenty. Thank you for your charity.
Thank you, and I will bid him a good day and meet back with everyone else, because I figured that takes me most of the morning.
Right. Usurker, you go to the blacksmith. He has a breastplate pretty ready to go. He just needs your measurements. And once the sheet of metal will be pounded out to the specifications, it should be done with a rush order within about 24 to 36 hours.
So they're making us armor, as opposed to getting us armor that they already have in large quantities as part of their military force, and refitting it to us.
So he had one that was close to your measurements. However, if you wanted to fit properly without gouging you to death, it'll take 24 hours.
Right. No, I understand. It just sounded like you were saying that they were building the breastplate as opposed to
He has to
refitting it.
He has to refit
modifying
it and warp it.
No, okay, that's what I assumed it was doing. Excellent. Yep, that's what I do during the morning.
All
So
right.
If Lilac was following this, it's like, soft one is getting the scales. This is good.
Yes, we don't have hard skin, and so we make hard skin out of tempered steel. I think it's harder than your scales, I suspect, even.
We shall see.
Perhaps we shall.
And Celestine, was there anything you wanted to do?
I need to refill on my medicinal supplies, seeing as I used a lot of them on all of them on that orc camp.
Okay. The medicinal supplies, depending on how much you want, will cost 1 silver per batch for the whole batch that you need.
Okay, cool. I might
And that
get
will last quite a bit.
1 batch will?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get 1 batch then. And then I'd also like to pick up, since I'm in the area, holy water.
Okay.
And then ship the letters I wrote to my family, ship those off with an extra note to court, because I'm assuming it'll eventually make it to him. And I'm just going to write a tiny little note underneath saying, good job, I'm proud of you. We'll just leave it at that.
All right. I assume you go to a Temple of Tempest.
Oh, yeah.
It will
definitely.
cost 1/10 because you are a cleric and you are in the employment of the temple.
Perks.
It will cost 2.5 gold pieces for 1 pound of holy water.
Okay, cool.
You get a nice little discount off that.
So I think that Usurker has maybe filled Lilac in on what their current goals are, because he's asking about, what are you guys doing to find the cult and things.
Subaru Sarker is much more online right now, and he fills you in on the details. He also starts putting a lot of questions to you about what type of a person are you, what type of a combatant are you, what kind of roles and stuff. He starts trying to build ideas and concepts around how you might fit in with the party, and as such he informs you about the capabilities of the party as well.
Cool. I don't think I ever explained it to the listeners. Lilac is a druid, a level 3 druid. He has the Circle of the Land, specifically Swamp. And so Lilith kind of describes some of his capabilities. Is that he is well versed in animal handling, trained in athletics, knowledgeable about nature, and is very perceptive. I've got a +5 in perception. He is stealthy and is well versed in survival. Mostly he intends on casting spells from afar and kind of controlling the battlefield a little bit, as well as utility things.
Okay, very nice.
He kind of demonstrates with his thorn whip at like some refuse in the alleyways and things, like whoosh, whoosh. So I think that's a reasonable thing.
Yeah.
Hey listeners, this is Ander. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Katie, who is the talented artist who made all the character art for our show. Thanks also to our beta listeners for their support and feedback as our group navigates its first D&D podcast. If you want us to give you a shout out, just tweet about the show using the hashtag #PowerWordCrit, and we'll include you in the next episode. Thanks, and back to the show.
You guys get your errands done and meet back up at noon.
All right. Did we want to go and see the next noble in line?
Yes.
Yes, let us hunt.
Oh, real quick, Corrin, because I forgot to mention this. On my way back from the Gravedigger, can I also pick up supplies for jewelry making stuff?
Yeah, and those will be at a cost.
Okay, I'll just buy like 10 gold worth.
Sounds good.
Okay, who do we want to investigate next?
According to my notes...
Lady Reynard the Brown?
Sir Colart and Lord Terracus.
Which one of those was a noble?
The Lord Terracus.
Well, I think we're closer to Lord Terracus, and we just caused a stir with Faradin, so let's go ahead and see Terracus, perhaps.
All right, you guys head down the pathway. You make it to Lord Terracus's house, and it's a blue house. It's a blue mansion, and it's not very far from Lord Faradin's house, as you remember. The outside has 2 guards standing outside of it, and one of them looks at you and says, "State your business."
Usarker, did you want to speak?
We
sure.
come hunting.
You should speak.
We are...
This is private property. You cannot hunt here.
But you see, we are hunting for the High Magistrate who has asked us to speak with Lord Terracus on their behalf.
Oh, are you, and he looks at his hand, Usaker von Preed?
You've said it entirely incorrectly, but yes.
Oh, okay, we opened the gate. We have not gone in there. We were told not to. You're more than welcome to head up there. Hopefully it's not booby-trapped like the other one. Hee hee.
Given that you've heard of that, have you at least had it inspected, since this is a fellow ex-cult member?
No.
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 Perhaps that
Nobody
is
told us to.
something
We were just
that-
supposed to stand out here and do our jobs.
And that did not involve inquiring to see if this was also a deadly house.
I
Silly.
think that was your job.
It is now, isn't it? Very well. What were your names?
Don't worry about it.
Right. Guard 1 and Guard 2.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. No, forget that. The one on the left is Ara, A-R-A. That's the last name. And the other one is Bidar, B-I-D-A-R.
Okay.
Ara and Bidar.
Well, do we want to cast Detect Magic immediately?
Let's do it.
Does Lilith still have it prepared? Celestine also has it. I figure we can probably trade off, since it only lasts 10 minutes.
You guys walk up the short distance. Lord Faradin had what in the city was a huge plot of land. It was like 50 feet to the front door, which is quite a bit of land for this city. The distance between this door and the gate is 15 feet. It's not that much.
Okay, got it.
And this is Lord Terracus.
This is Lord Terracus, and the house is much smaller.
Is this estate also abandoned?
You can do an investigation check to check the area.
I would like to.
Okay.
Mhm.
I am specifically looking for death traps of various sorts, since the last person was so
But you guys have not.
egregiously thorough in trapping.
You guys
this
have
place.
not gone inside yet. This is
No.
an
Right.
investigation on the outside, correct?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll start there. On our way to the door.
All right.
I would like to get a general look
Lay of the
around,
land.
lay of the land
Okay.
here.
Do a
to
perception
perceive.
Okay, go ahead and do a perception check.
My investigation is 13.
With a 13, you do notice that some of the hedges and the grasses are a little long, but nothing compared to Faradin's house.
I had a total of 22.
You also notice that, looking into the windows, you do notice that there are no lights on inside, but in one of the windows, you see a large item that is pressed against a window.
Is this a main floor window? Is
This is an upper floor, and it takes you a second, but you do recognize it as a couch, and it looks like it has, like, the little section that you can see like the arm of it, and you do see that it looks torn.
Are any of the windows open or anything like that?
None of the windows are open on this side.
In we go.
Lilik is going to look around a little bit and climb up the side of the building.
Okay. Ooh, can you stick?
He's fast.
Not necessarily, but I can certainly try and
Crevices.
just climb on various ornate things.
So,
All right.
so this is not gecko.
That would be really neat.
Yeah.
Can I swap out my swim speed for climb speed?
We can talk about that later.
His toes make this little blip, 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 blip
Yeah.
noise as he climbs.
I think
Izzy's
I'm going to hold on to
impressed.
that swim speed.
So, go ahead and make an athletics check.
How about 12?
You manage to get yourself, you find some holding onto the brick. You try to reach a window sill, but it's just a little too far. You can try to do another athletics check to jump to get to that window sill and pull yourself up. Just on the second floor. Just barely made it, and you're trying to reach for...
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead and make another check.
Marginally better. A 14.
With a 14, you all see Lilik.
I dig in my claws and gouge my claws into the windowsill and yank myself up.
He makes it.
Whew, impressive.
And as you pull yourself up, you do notice that there is a slight crack in the window.
Like that it's open?
Yes.
Not like
from
a
the
crack
ground,
in the window pane.
Mhm.
Right. So from the ground, you couldn't see this, but as you're up close, you're like, oh, there's like maybe a half an inch open.
Someone didn't
Looking
quite
in
close
the
it.
window, what do I see?
What do your lizard eyes see?
Mm-hmm.
Looking into the window, you do notice that this is a bedroom, and it's got a 4-poster bed, giant vanity, things like that. The
Mhm.
tub is gorgeous. However, pillows are strewn around, clothing everywhere. The bed has a bunch of tears that look like somebody had taken a knife and just ripped it
Wow.
up.
And like feathers all over
And
the
feathers
place.
all
like
over
they
the
were
place. The
searching
mirror's
for
cracked.
something.
Are there things strewn about from the dressers and
Yes.
such? Okay. I'm going to call down to the party. Looks like someone else has been here. There is signs of search here.
So we are not the first here.
I'm going to push open the window and go in.
Make sure it's not trapped.
Okay, you push open the window. I need you to... No, I'm just kidding. The window
Oh,
opens
no.
just fine.
How awful if you were to kill off another character just
Oh my
now.
gosh.
He went up a floor. He climbed up a floor.
I'm just kidding.
It's
Yeah, no.
entirely possible.
Yeah,
It's
this is
entirely
fair.
possible. Yeah.
That's just kind of what happens when you encounter deadly things.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you managed to get in without issue. You can pull yourself up.
Okay.
And inside, it smells rotten.
Ew.
Oh, is there a dead body in there?
Rotten fruit.
Rotten, like,
Rotten meat, rotten fruit, rotten vegetables.
I would like to find the source of this.
Okay.
The rat isn't quite.
I mean,
It
it's been
isn't
several
enough
hours
for-
since the rat.
Yeah, it's been time.
It's lunchtime.
You're,
Lunchtime.
You're hungry. All right, so go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Not great. 5.
You sniff the air. It's just permeating everywhere. You're not entirely sure where it's coming from, but you could wander around and just try to look for it if you really want to.
Okay.
You just can't pinpoint quite where it's
Yeah,
coming
I
from.
will probably just look around.
Cool. That being said, you guys are at the front door. Lilik just yeeted himself inside.
Well, that was interesting. Does the door look like death? I have a 13 on my
Is there a
investigation.
trap on it?
No, doesn't look like death at all.
I jiggle the handle.
It doesn't open.
Makes a
Is it
rattling noise.
locked?
It is locked.
Easy door, if you would.
Okay. I pull out my thieves' tools.
And they don't have the key to this house, I assume.
They
Otherwise, they would have given it to us, I hope.
They do not.
All right, I will attempt to pick the lock.
All right. Go ahead and do your thieves' tools, please.
18.
After 30 seconds, you hear a click, and it opens.
I pocket my thieves' tools.
See, this
And
is why
open the
nobles
door for
put
Lord
traps
Stark to
in
enter.
there. Because the thieves get through the locks in 30 seconds.
I'd like to detect magic
Okay.
and will for the next 10 minutes.
All right. So you detect magic, and how far is that range?
30 feet. So I'm going to have to walk around the house.
You don't detect anything in the front of the house.
Okay, cool.
You do, however, detect something on the floor in the sunroom that's in the back. There's like an indoor-outdoor area.
Ooh.
You do detect something on the floor.
Okay, so we've probably moved in and done a little bit of searching at this point in order for me to sense that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the house is not quite as big as Farden, so it doesn't take that long to
okay.
get through. You get back there in 45 seconds, just
Okay.
walking through.
I think Lilic would have gone out to the main hallway to, try and reconnect.
So Lilic's up at the top of the stairs, and you guys are able to reconnect just
Okay.
fine.
Flicks his tail and then his tongue at you in greeting.
Is the rest of the
Well,
place
Lilic,
ransacked?
any value in your quite exciting jump?
Not as yet. Smells like rotting.
Yes, it does.
I take a sniff.
Yeah, it smells awful. So the answer is the upstairs is completely ransacked. Lilic, you saw all that.
Yeah.
The downstairs looks like it was searched through, but not as bad as the upstairs.
Interesting.
You also don't see any. You see signs of a struggle. However, you don't see any blood or anything.
Interesting.
Well, not struggle, a searching. That's the right word. Like
Okay.
Somebody's been going through everything.
Okay.
Also, the magic that you detect, it's a square on the floor. It's like a 10 by 10 square.
Mm-hmm.
And it is abjuration. And it looks like it's around something on the floor. But you don't see anything on the floor. Does that make sense? Looks like it's taping off something or something.
What does abjuration do again, guys?
Protection.
Those are usually spells dealing with protection, murdering intruders and the like.
I'm gonna pace outside of the square and say, "There's a square right here."
I will cast Find Traps. So if it is an alarm spell or glyph of warding or mechanical pit trap.
So the answer is it does ping as a trap.
Hooray! We found it.
This area is dangerous.
What is it protecting?
Can I examine it with my investigation?
You can. Go ahead and roll another investigation check.
Can I use my awesome fightery powers of examination?
You may.
Your fightery?
Mm-hmm. Since this is investigation, that's going to be 28.
So you're looking at it. You do not see any mechanical traps.
I didn't think I would. I think it's a magical trap.
Yeah, you don't see any mechanical components to this. However, as you're sweeping the area, you do see a small little outline of where the wood seems to not match up. So you think that maybe this is some sort of basement or maybe a trap door or something.
Lilic, do you happen to have any rats?
That you have not eaten yet.
No.
If you guys
I'm
want to back
sorry.
up,
No.
I don't
How
know
hard
who
is
can
it to
beat
get a
whiskers.
rat?
This city is full of them. I could perhaps trap one.
Our options are to either go find Gregory or to chuck a rat at it.
let's chuck a rat. Which sounds terrible.
Lilic goes outside and, using various small things, sets up a trap for a rat.
Okay.
Maybe the alley or something.
Okay.
Can I maybe use survival or animal handling to do one of these things?
This would be survival.
The net result is the same because they're both plus 5.
Very nice bonus.
How about an 18?
Ooh.
Yeah. You managed to build this rat trap, and within 5 minutes, a rat comes.
The city's
You get
full
it.
of them.
It was meant to capture it, maybe not necessarily kill it, but he quickly does so.
We don't need it dead. We want it to trigger a trap.
Okay.
Catch another one. No, kidding.
Please.
We can retcon that. and he doesn't kill it. Probably because like
A number of these
he
traps
enjoys
only react to alive things.
Mm-hmm, that's fair. He's gonna bring the live rat in though.
Okay, who wants to throw it?
Not me. Ew.
If Lilic doesn't want to, then I will do the honors.
He does so
All right, you throw it
at the trapdoor. Does
at
it
the
do
trap
anything?
door. You still have detect magic up.
Yes.
The magical.
We are some distance away from it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are
30
not right next to it.
I am like
Okay,
29 feet away from it.
All right,
Usually 21 is at least minimum.
Right.
29 is 1 foot within the boundary of my detect magic.
Yes. Well, it's a good thing you said that because the rat lands on that square, and Celestine, you see the square disappear.
Where's the rat?
Does the
The
rat
rat
just scurry
You okay?
away?
The rat looks at you guys, sends a nasty look, and then scurries away.
Very intelligent rat.
I'm gonna poke it the hole, I guess, with a chair or random
Wait,
piece of.
is there a hole? Did we see anything change?
You guys did not see anything
Okay.
change, no, just Celestine.
Oh, just me? Oh.
So, to be clear, Celestine saw the magical thing vanish.
Yes.
And it is no longer magical.
It is no longer magical.
I'm gonna poke it.
Poke it with a stick.
I don't see the magic there anymore, but I'm still like. It's like you poke it to see if it hurts type of thing.
Nope.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's try to open it up, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
I find the hinges, lever, latch, whichever.
With your investigation check, you easily figure out where this lever is. It's one of those push-down ones that you can stick your fingers in and pull it up. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Cool.
Oh dear.
It's been a minute since we got in a fight.
Yeah.
I didn't roll
Ever
too
since
badly.
those cows.
No. Wesley fought
A bard.
the bard.
That is
Oh
true.
yeah, that's right. That very much one-sided fight against the bard.
Celestine, what'd you get?
I got a 10.
10.
I actually did okay.
You got double digits.
I know.
Lilac.
5.
Okay.
Your tip, Celestine.
Izzy.
22.
Nice. Usurker.
13.
Perfect. That being said, gets a surprise round on you guys.
Of course.
Usurker, you were in the way. What is your AC?
17.
Oh, yeah. This definitely hits. All right. You open up the door. A spear comes out and hits you right in the navel.
Okay.
This
You
sounds painful.
take, because apparently I can only roll well when killing somebody, you take 4 points of damage, piercing damage.
Well, fortunately, I don't
Tragedy.
think 4 is enough to kill him.
I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a killing
Unless
blow.
she's killing someone, she doesn't roll well.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Good.
I look down at the spear that kind of clinked off my armor. What attacked me?
A spear.
We can't see who
You cannot
threw it.
see who threw it down there. It's dark. Completely dark. That being said, next up is Izzy.
Okay, so I draw a scimitar because I cannot draw it both at the same time. And I'm going to say, who's hiding down there?
Nobody.
Oh gosh.
We don't want to hurt you if you are not
Yes,
an
we
enemy.
do.
Then get lost.
Okay, that's it. We're attacking you.
Okay.
And did it sound like it was a male or a female voice?
Male.
Okay. I'm going to cautiously approach.
Yeah,
the
Usurker.
hole.
So just to let you guys know why you can't see, Usurker just lifted it up and then immediately got hit by a spear. So like it's still in his hand. He hasn't opened the trap door all the way yet.
Okay, got it. So I'm going to use a foot to like kick open the door the rest of the way.
Nice. So down there you see 15 feet away from you is a man in breastplate armor. He has another spear next to him and he's holding it up at you guys and he says, "Stay back! Stay back!" And he looks very haggard.
What's the name of the guys whose house we're in right now?
Terracus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you Lord Terracus?
No.
Insight check?
Go ahead.
That's a 1.
This is not Lord Terracus at all.
I'm gonna hold my action to strike at him if he gets within distance of my scimitar and is threatening.
All right. Sounds good. Usarker, it is now your turn.
I throw the lid of the thing down, and I'm going down, and I'm going to attack him.
Okay, go for it.
I draw my scythe and give him a chop.
Okay, go for it.
I got a... that's probably going to miss. That's a 15.
Yeah, that does miss.
I miss, and then I step to the side and use combat tactics to give Celestine and Lilac advantage on their attacks.
Sounds good. Next up, Celestine.
Seems like he's got information that we want, so I'm gonna go.
We'll have to beat it out of him.
I'm gonna go down there and let's see, grapple him or disarm him.
Jog his memory with a hammer.
Jog his memory with a hammer. Sounds terrible.
Ezek.
Because it didn't.
No, Ezek. In you go. I think I jogged him too hard.
If I grapple him, then someone else has advantage on disarming him?
Yes.
Ish? Okay. So we're going to go with grapple.
Okay.
And I roll athletics? Or I roll straight strength?
It's a strength check, so it's
Okay.
straight strength.
Grappling is athletics.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is athletics. I apologize.
Aw, that's a 1.
Oh.
Well, he got a 20.
Yeah,
So-
We are all going to die
What?
to this guy.
Oh no.
it was
So-
going to be a 5.
So you go to grapple him, and he
Trip down the ladder?
tripped
How
down
big is
the
this
ladder.
area?
It's 10 feet down,
Okay,
and
but
he's
in the
15
rest of
feet
the-
back.
Okay, so it's a decent-sized room down here. It's not like a tiny little storm shelter.
It's
of
not a
5 feet.
closet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
it's not
10
a
by
closet.
10 trap door, and that hallway is a 10,
Ah,
10
that's
feet
not-
wide.
Okay, that's
but
pretty
it's
good
only
then.
15 feet deep. It's
Okay.
not very big.
Well, I think I may have tripped with my beautiful dexterity that has nothing to do with athletics.
Oh no. So you trip down the ladder. You don't take any damage.
No, I'm probably prone though.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
ankle hurts a little bit. You think you might have got it caught in a ring, but beyond that,
Dang it. Okay.
okay, Lilac, it's your turn.
Me as a player wants to do insight, but the rest of the group is fighting. He's been kind of itching for a fight for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So
He got beaten up by people earlier. He needs
Yeah.
to prove himself as a lizard again.
I think that he is going to... I'm going to use Thorn Whip. Stay back about 30 feet.
Okay, what does he have to roll?
I make a spell attack,
Okay.
first of all. That's only a 9. Not
This
great.
is
He's got an armband or something that's like composed of vines, and it just like snakes out from that
Mhm.
and lashes and misses him. Oh, but I had help.
Oh, you do.
You do?
Advantage.
Is that advantage?
Uh-huh.
Okay, trying again.
Ooh, does that mean I had advantage too?
It
I
does.
literally rolled the same thing, so it doesn't matter.
It's alright. I'll leave it.
No.
I rolled a 9 again.
Okay.
Oh
Their
no.
hearts
Celestine, just
weren't in
roll
it.
one more time, just because you did have advantage, just to
I'm
keep you
okay.
honest.
I'm honestly
that's
okay
fine.
if we wanted to just leave it.
Okay, that's
So-
fine.
Yeah.
It's awfully thematic for her to fall down the stairs because of Dex, even though I rolled athletics.
Yeah.
It's true.
So,
It matches the fiction.
I mean, I rolled well with initiative. I gotta feel somewhere.
Okay. All right, so it is now this person's turn. He's going to attack Usurker because you were right in front of him. 11 misses.
That misses.
15 misses.
Also misses.
15. He misses all 3 times. These are the rolls I need to be
It's
rolling.
alright. We've all been missing
What
too.
is he attacking with?
He's attacking with a spear.
Wow.
And he misses all 3 times, and then he tries to back up a little bit more, realizes he's cornered, and he starts frantically looking around. He's got gray hair, his hair's frazzled.
He's been down here
And
for days,
he-
probably.
Yeah, he looks like he's very skinny, like he's not doing very well. Next up, Izzy.
All right, seeing as the rest of the party is intent on fighting this guy, I will jump
Just all
down.
follow because everybody else is doing it.
Right? I
He
mean, what else am I going
attacked
to do? He attacked you.
Yes.
He hasn't attacked me
that's us.
personally yet.
Am I not part of the us?
No, it's
I'm
true.
feeling segregated out now.
This is why Izzy's jumping down, because
Yeah, see, we like you. We love you.
we care about you. You are a member of this party. Izzy may or may not actually consider you kind of like the leader of this party because you're such a tactician.
I thank you.
Good. All right. So Izzy jumps down and she is going to pull out her other scimitar. So now she is using both her scimitars.
Cool.
And she is going to lunge and attack him and not try to do like lethal damage. She's trying to like disarm him.
Okay.
Or what have you. So first attack. That is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that's 8 points of damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my offhand attack to strike with my other scimitar.
Okay.
That one probably misses with the 10.
That does miss.
It doesn't?
It does.
Oh, okay.
miss.
I was going to say, whew. He's wearing breastplate armor.
Nope, that does miss.
It's
Okay.
that negative dex of his.
I'm telling you, breastplate and negative dex does not go well.
Oh, dear. All right. And you know what? Let's do it. I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
Nice.
You get one more attack.
All right. That is a 24.
That hits.
10 points of damage.
Okay.
This was again non-lethal.
Good to know. Usurker, it's your turn.
I would like to attempt to hit him.
Okay.
We have attempted. I believe that attempt was an almighty 14.
That misses.
Anything that would modify that in any useful way?
Has anybody, other than the first strike, has anybody hit him? Have we been hit?
Well, I've been
Okay.
hit, and
Is
he's
he-
a skilled veteran fighter capable of making 3 attacks.
That's fair.
So we know he's a powerful, deadly opponent potentially.
Mhm.
I'm going to give my advantage to Celestine and to Izzy this turn.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Celestine, it's your turn.
Use half my movement to stand up, and I am going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Ooh.
So I'm
Do you
gonna
have to
come-
touch him on that one?
I do, so I have to come up, and I will come up and touch him.
All right, he's going to use his reaction to smack ya. Does a 21 hit you?
Yep.
Okay. So you take 7 points of damage total,
Reduced by 3.
reduced to
4.
4.
Unless it's a
yes.
magical weapon or something.
Is it a magic?
It's not
Oh,
magical.
thank heavens.
And you cannot move for the rest of your turn.
Cool.
You are stuck where you are.
But can I still touch him?
You can, yes.
Okay,
you moved
cool.
up to him, but you cannot move away.
That's fine. We're going to go ahead and cast Inflict Wounds on him. I'm glad I have advantage. So, you know how maybe I should trade out dice? Let's
Here.
trade dice.
You can have my ducky ones, and I'll take your straw
Okay,
one.
that was another 1, by the way.
For the listeners, Corrin and
Well, it's not
Kayla
a
just
1.
swapped dice.
Oh no. What'd you get?
It's not a 1. I just rolled a 4.
Oh.
I highly doubt that does anything to him.
Your luck, man. Your luck recently.
It's been terrible.
Oh. All right.
We're out of practice.
Guess- I
Out of
guess
practice
so.
of fighting.
Lilac, it is your turn. You just saw Celestine get bashed with a spear, touch this guy,
A fizzling red.
and she looks a little dazed.
Mm-hmm.
Mechanically, you just can't move anywhere.
Oh,
but
no, is my-
that's it.
I'm not like stuck on him, right? It's like my
No.
okay, making sure.
No.
Just I'd make sure.
Based on his appearance and things, I think that Lilac is suspicious of why would an attacker be
Hiding in here.
hiding in this hole. This seems more like an action of a wounded prey than a hiding hunter. Is this your house? Or have you been attacked?
No! Go away! Get out!
Who is it that sent us again?
I saw much.
The High Magistrate.
This one saw much action and much scene of attack. What's the High Magistrate's name?
Aderson Liamas.
Yeah, I'm going to say Liamas sent us.
I don't care! Get out!
I'll use poison spray on him, because sure, why not?
Okay.
Will that hit anyone on the
I'm
way
going to
in?
have to move a little bit closer because the range is only 10 feet.
Is it a one target?
Yeah,
Okay. It's not an AoE.
that is correct.
Okay.
A
Very
creature.
deceptive name. They should have called it like Poison Spurt.
Yeah, I know.
Poison Spritz, maybe Poison Squirt.
It's a miss. Also a 9.
Oh,
I have rolled
no.
a 4 3 times in a row.
Oh
Oh, that's what
no.
I rolled last time.
Okay. Well, it's his turn again. He is going to.
Me.
Yeah, he's going to go after Celestine.
Oh,
You touched him.
I dealt more
I
damage
know.
to him.
I know. It's like I'm the one that's not doing any damage to him at all.
No. He saw magic come out of your hands. He's going after you. He's going after the spellcaster.
It's the magic.
Does 18 hit?
Yes.
That one misses. 14 misses.
Yes.
Okay. You take 4 points of damage.
Yay, I only take 1.
Hooray! Get out of my house! Just get out! I don't care who you work for, just get out of here! Get!
You are Lord Terracus.
Leave! Izzy, it's your turn.
The realization dawns.
That one finally is negated.
No.
All right. Can I attempt with my bonus action to summon my echo?
You can.
It's
Do I
getting
need to
awfully
roll for
crowded in
this?
here.
Yeah, let's have you roll
Because
for
last
this.
time I only had 25% success rate, so I
Yeah.
figure...
Let's have you roll for this.
Oh, right.
But because you have succeeded in the past, the DC's going to be lower.
Okay. And I don't add anything to that, it's just straight roll, correct?
Correct.
13.
You pass.
All right.
Your echo shows up.
So I summon my echo right behind Lord Terracus. And I'll have her like whisper some weird things.
Oh, poor guy.
Just how weird is
Like-
is Isadora's echo?
Your hair is messy. I do not like it. Also, your shoes look yummy. And she raises her thumb and looking for approval if that's weird enough.
Izzy's just giving her this stare like, that was the most bizarre thing you could have said. Sure.
Oh no, she's back there
Okay.
going,
You smell like melons.
oh no.
Okay, you can stop now.
Okay.
She's
By the
back
way,
there
this
singing
is the
her-
first
rhyme.
time that Lord Pride and Lilac would have seen this.
Mhm.
Correct.
So
yeah.
I'm probably going to talk about that with them later because I briefly mentioned something to Celestine when she saw it, but I didn't explain fully. She knows when I found out about it. But anyways,
You all appear to be seasoned warriors. Of course, I mean, yeah, you can talk with spirits. Lilac talks with spirits.
I can summon a doppelganger, obviously, yes. So, okay, that was my bonus action. So for my action, I'm going to have... Can my echo grapple?
Yes, I think.
You can, I believe you can do an attack through your echo, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But is a
So,
grapple
yeah.
considered an attack?
It
Yes,
is.
it
Yes.
is. Yes.
Okay.
It does take
so-
an attack action.
I'm going to have my echo attempt to grapple him.
Okay.
So that would just be my... This is an athletic 8.
We're really not doing great, guys.
If it meets, it beats. You successfully managed to grapple him through your echo.
Did you want your ducky dice back?
Oh, good. We've
Do you
reduced
want?
his
Do you want yours
speed
back?
I don't
to
care.
0.
I'll be fine with this.
Okay.
Okay.
And as your arms wrap around it, you hear your echo say, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Gummy bears are chasing me.
Oh dear, I need to have a chat with my echo.
All right. Successfully grappled.
All right, and that is the end of my turn because I've used my bonus action and my action.
Awesome.
Not using my
Usurker.
movement.
It is your turn.
All right. I'm quite perturbed by the thing that's showed up, but I'll ask about it later. I'm going to continue to cut and slash at him.
Go for it.
That is an almighty 15.
That misses.
Do you
Mhm.
get bonus anything
No.
for him being grappled?
You have to make him prone first.
Okay, fair.
Which is why bards and the like to grapple and then prone their targets, especially with Shieldmaster.
Okay.
So I am going to give combat advantage to Celestine, and you haven't been attacking, so
Not as much. I mean, I did, but like,
I'll give it to Isidore
feel
again.
less inclined.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I forgot to use it last time.
Mm-hmm. You
You meet
succeeded
it.
anyways.
That's okay.
But this next time you can make him prone.
Oh.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, Celestine's your turn.
Okay, let's make him prone and then we can tie him up.
Okay, let's do it.
Is that another athletics?
It is.
You have advantage.
Okay, that is a 17.
You rolled a 21.
I'm impressed.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
And this
impressed.
guy's tough. That's fair.
Well, does he have any disadvantage because he's grappled?
No.
No.
Oh, because he's not
Yeah,
Grapple
he
grappled.
just
just
means
can't
he
move.
can't move anywhere.
He can still
Okay.
attack too.
Oh, that's true.
He has been grabbed, and that's about it.
Right.
Yeah,
We
you're
are
thinking
holding him in
restrained.
place.
So grappled is not the same thing as restrained.
Correct.
Okay.
Restrained is different.
You generally have to be a scaly snake or tentacle monster to restrain people with your grapple.
Got it. Okay.
Sorry. He rolled well. He's still grappled by Izzy, but
He's impressive.
he's just slippery.
Yep.
He's slippery. You guys can see that he's getting more desperate at this point.
We just want to
we
talk.
barely heard him.
Yeah, I'm going to emphasize that we just want to talk.
You want to? Make a persuasion check
Oh, cool.
with disadvantage.
We have been attacking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out if I can turn that into an intimidation.
You could do that.
Okay, I would like to turn that into intimidation where I'm basically telling him, stop fighting, we just want to talk. If you don't stop fighting, then we'll just knock you out and tie you to a chair.
Use the
Yeah.
warrior mom
And you would
voice.
have advantage because of
Yes.
Usurker, right?
Wait.
No,
not-
he
no.
gave
Not
his
anymore.
help to.
I gave my this help action is limited to what I helped on in this case, which was combat.
Got it. Go ahead and roll a straight intimidation.
21!
Okay. Lilac, it's your turn. Lilac and everybody else except for Izzy. Well, no, Izzy can still see. You see him starting to get very frightened, and he's trying to back up now. So you did successfully intimidate him.
even though he's grappled by my echo.
Yeah, he's trying to back up. He can't go anywhere. He's getting really scared.
So if you play good cop to my bad cop, it might work.
Come on, Lilac.
He's
good
not
cop.
persuasive.
Oh, wait. He's got...
This is not good.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
right.
yeah.
I think Lilac is going to try and do this. This fighting has no meaning. You are a victim. We are not intending on killing you. We want information. Information about the dragons, information about the cult. This fight is useless.
Okay, because you said dragon and cult, you get to do this with advantage. It's a persuasion.
I wondered. Oh no.
I need to
The
grab some
DC is
different
lower
dice.
because she's intimidated him as well.
My charisma is also -1.
Oh no.
This is persuasion.
Yes.
I have an 8.
With advantage?
I rolled a 1 and a 9.
All the ones on this
Okay.
side of the table,
It's just
apparently.
not meant to be. This is just supposed to be a tough fight.
That's 3 ones on this side of the table.
Yikes. Okay. He eyes you suspiciously and he says, "You look like a dragon."
Yeah.
And he
This one is not a
starts
dragon.
struggling to get out of the grapple. He's looking a little tired though. Celestine has intimidated him to the point where he's
He's pliable.
pliable.
I finally got a good roll in.
So is he using his action to actually try and break the grapple? Or is he not doing anything for his turn?
He,
you know
he
what, it
doesn't
is
really
his
need
turn.
to. I mean, he makes 3 attacks and we're all next to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. He could
Okay.
just attack us.
What he's going to do, because he doesn't know that that's an echo, what he's going to do is he has a shield next to him. He's going to grab it and he's going to try and use it to shield bash behind him.
Okay.
So what is the AC?
16.
Oh no, that's a natural 18.
Okay.
Your echo disappears.
Yep.
And he is...
Goodbye, Echo. You were really weird.
And then he's going to try and shield bash Usurker and Celestine, who are in their way. Mrs. Usurker. 19? Does that hit you, Celestine?
Yeah.
All right. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you must succeed on a strength saving throw.
And that bludgeoning damage was reduced because of your feet, right?
Yeah, I only took 2.
Okay.
That is a 17.
Okay, you are not knocked prone.
Oh, good.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
All right, next up is Izzy.
Okay, I am not fighting this guy anymore, so I am actually going to take my action to resheath my scimitars. I don't
Okay.
know if I can do both at the same time, but he can take an attack of opportunity as I step away and then put
Unless
my
you
scimitars away.
disengage. with the thing.
But she has to
Well,
use her
is
action to-
okay.
You could disengage and then just drop your weapons.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll use my action disengage,
And then you can try
step
to persuade him.
away, drop the weapons,
And then try to persuade him.
fold my arms, and say, "We're not here to kill you. We don't want to hurt you. We are just fighting in self-defense. We are trying to hunt down the dragon cult so that we can stop them from whatever nefarious plan that they have started. There have been many people who have already been hurting. We need your help."
Go
I
ahead and
like
make
it.
a persuasion check with advantage.
10.
It's not meant to be. It's just not meant to be.
He looks at you and he says, "That's what a dragon cultist would say." And next up is Uzarker.
I'm highly offended. He called me a dragon cultist.
I attempt to hit him.
Go for it.
To be fair, the dragon cultist would also be stealing your kitchen sink. That hasn't, and we're not here with the kitchen sink, so I
yes.
think that
the
speaks well.
third 10 of the combat for me, which we know misses. None of these people are really helping anymore. Does Celestine look like she's still in the fight? Or she stopped fighting now, too?
No, I was trying to knock him prone.
Okay, I will give Celestine combat advantage.
Okay.
I did
sounds
very well. He just rolled better last time.
No, I just half our party has decided to stand here and let us stab him.
Guy.
He's trying to kill us.
I'm still trying to knock him prone.
He
and
thinks that
grapple
we're
him.
evil.
good. All right, Celestine, it's your turn.
He's still fighting.
He has a shield in front of him.
Okay, cool. Do I have to grapple him in order to make him prone?
No.
You could do a shove.
Yeah,
Cool, let's shove.
Knock him down.
You can do a shove action.
I'm gonna shove him. 23. Oh.
You just
Oh.
beat him by 1.
Oh my gosh.
All right, with the shove action, you have the option to push him away or to knock him prone.
Knock him prone. Knock him prone.
He is now prone. He stumbles over. You push him. He stumbles over something that's behind him, and he slides down the back because he's literally right up against the wall. He slides down, and he's on his butt. Okay, Lilac, it's your turn.
Just sit on him.
I'm going to cast Thorn Whip on him
Okay,
and make the attack.
is that ranged?
It is.
With disadvantage.
No, I mean, it's not great. Anyways, it's a miss.
Shoot. Okay.
I did.
That's right, you're in good company with the rest of us.
All right,
I'm backing away, by the way.
You're backing away?
Yeah, because I was at 10 feet.
And
so
Izzy
I'm
backed
moving
away, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm backing away so I don't get hit by accident or something silly.
Okay, so he is going to pull his shield up, so he's just barely looking over his shield, and he says, "If you're not the cult, prove it. Show me your hands."
Hands out, I
Show my
guess.
hands in very much confusion.
No, back of your hands. Show them.
Back of the hand.
What about
Did
them?
we see anything on the cultist hands?
We have seen a lot of cultists.
Yeah, did we see anything on the back of their hands?
You did not look.
We didn't look.
No, we didn't. Huh. We were too busy looking at Philip's feet.
You legitimately did not investigate any of the cultists.
Nope.
Except for the hired person, who was not actually part of the cult.
Oh, the fanatic?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
No, the guy who
No,
said he
the
was
fanatic
not a
was.
fanatic.
Oh, I'm sorry. The one who said he was not
He's
a
not
fanatic.
Yeah,
But the person
that's
that Celestine and I interrogated seemed to be a cultist
Correct. but
because
you
they
did
were
not-
very much a fanatic. But no, we did not inspect her hands.
Did not.
Okay.
Show me your hands.
Show the back of my
Oh,
hands.
hands.
Uzarka, are you doing it?
There are a lot of people who are showing him his hands. I'm going to keep my hold on my weapon because this guy's trying to kill us. So I'm just going to, not do something stupid. And if he doesn't believe that all the other people there are fine, then we'll worry about it.
Izzy, it's your turn. What do you do?
Showing my hands and saying, I am not a cultist. They kidnapped someone that I care about. I'm trying to get him back.
Sarker, it's your turn now.
All right, so on his last turn, did he take a defensive action?
He's turtling
All
up.
right.
That would make sense.
Then I will also take a defensive action.
Okay. Celestine, what do you do?
So, let's see. We're going to go ahead and take the habit off, rip the habit off, and tell him that Tempest does not like dragon cultists. He's a very jealous god, and I'm going to show him the sigils.
All right. Sounds good. Lilac, what do you do?
I'm going to display the back of his hands and his scar and wounds. This one received much pain at the hands of the dragons and their lackeys.
Thematic-wise, can I put my foot on him and just to theoretically keep him down? I don't know if I can for an action, but
Sure.
You would grapple. That would be a grapple, is what it would
it's
be.
a grapple with my foot.
Yes. it would be a
That
grapple.
sounds funny, but
It's a
I like how it
grapple.
looks, though.
You can inch your foot next to him.
Okay.
Getting ready to do that.
Okay.
All right, so he
It's a
looks
ready
at the
action.
three of you and he says, I will stand down if that one shows his hands. And he points to Usarker.
He's a free man. He can decide.
I'm going to roll my eyes at this.
Technically, you can show your hands while holding your scythe. Just saying.
I'm going to take one of my hands, and it has a glove.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to start slowly pulling the glove off the hand, and it takes an awful long time.
This is going to
Because
take all of,
it's
like, 2
sweaty,
actions.
and we've been fighting, and, taking off gloves takes a while. And so then I'm going to show him one hand, and then I'm going to change the weapon to the other hand and start taking off the glove, and it takes forever, and I have male gauntlets on, too. This takes a long time.
It's very tense during this time that Usarker is taking to remove his gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He looks at your hands finally as you pull them out, and then he slowly pulls his shield away.
What is the significance of the hands?
The tattoos.
I guess we were too busy killing the cultists to check their hands.
Dragon cultists have tattoos.
What kind of tattoos?
Either that or it was a different sect of the cult and they don't have the same tattoos.
They did have kobolds. I'm not sure if the kobolds would have had tattoos.
He holds out his hand, and it's kind of hard to see in the dark, but his hand, if you really had not been looking for it, you could have easily missed it. But he has a very, very light colored tattoo that's just an outline of a wing that goes between his 3 fingers, and the wing goes all the way down the side of his hand.
Oh.
And had you really not been looking at it, you would not really have noticed it, or it could have just been a birthmark or something weird like that. See? This one. This is White Dragon. White Dragon cultists have this. There's black, there's green, there's red. And he immediately faints.
Oh my gosh.
And that's how we're going to end our session.
Oh my goodness.
Lack of food will do that to you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Power Word Crit. Stay tuned for more adventure on powerwordcrit.com or your favorite podcast streaming site. As we end this episode, please enjoy this PS.
And a spear comes at you and gets you right in the kisser.
So I'm dead?
So wait,
Yes.
what?
A spear comes shooting out and gets him right in the kisser.
Okay.
In the
I have a
mouth?
new character. Don't worry.
Oh dear.
I mean, that's what happens when a spear gets you in the face, is you die.
Or you have a lovely piercing.
I looked up kisser because I was like, I didn't think that's where it was. It says
What
someone
did
who
you
kisses.
think it was?
What? Where did you...
What did you think it was?
The kisser.
The tummy.
The
That's
kisser.
the navel.
The
The
Okay,
belly, the
cool.
stomach.
Usarker, a spear comes out.